Hey everyone, welcome to the Sagas of the Shimmering Sea, colon, the Hidden Tomb of Akarut, colon, what are aliens doing in my D&D? With me as always is my awesome team. We've got Asma, playing Lyra. We've got Jack, playing Zerial. We've got Marcus, playing Tis. And we've got Emily, playing Celia. Some stuff happened last time. And I'm a little stressed about it all, just to be honest, because there's stress. Uh, there was a comet not that long ago, and the players decided to investigate it. They showed up at this comet and discovered that it wasn't a comet, but a weird-looking ship thing of some sort. It kind of looked like a squid in space. I'm comfortable saying it was weird and trippy and weird, and it was upside down. And they went inside, and wall inside, because if you come across a random squid in the middle of the desert, I guess you go inside. And wall inside, they bumped into their old friend Perius. Perius is a cleric. They've met him literally the first session of the game. And he was always a little bit cagey about his religion, but a very nice guy, just super friendly. And so the party overlooked some of his more sinister aspects. Just saying. Anyway, while they were there, they managed to figure out how to heal the ship partially, and discovered that this ship is some sort of weird hybrid between organic and inorganic matter. But then they realized that something had escaped the ship. Something huge had escaped the ship, burrowing into the desert. And they started exploring the ship. And in the exploration of the ship, they found that something small had also become free in this. Now we had a big thing that was scary and a small thing that was scary. The party split up because apparently that's what you do sometimes. And while exploring the ship, one of the party members, whose name is Zero, got his brain taken over by the small thing. It took him over and it tried to take down the rest of the party who was there. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ship, Tis refused an offer from Perius that unfortunately revealed Perius's true colors. Perius thought that because Tis was directly responsible for the freeing of Akarut, who we now know is the god of death, Cultix, in lich form, that Tis might be willing to come work for Cultix. Perius was wrong. Tis ain't like that. So Perius fled to the north, where he spoke about the mysterious gray that Akarut was bringing, whatever that may be. Meanwhile, Zerial attempts to kill Zelia. And then Tis shows up, and between the two of them, they're able to successfully subdue Zerial. And the creature hops out of Zerial's head and escapes down a vent. Now, I will also add that this is a very modern spaceship. It has things like cameras in it. Although they were not described as such, but you guys were able to deduce that there was a camera. And so you guys knew of certain things. And yeah, that's where we're at.
Ventilation is pretty advanced too, right?
Depends on how you define ventilation. Certainly, medieval buildings had drafts.
Intentional drafts.
Yes.
Oh,
and it wouldn't surprise me if other older societies had that as well. I know. Oh gosh, I do know that. Let's not be Eurocentric about it. The Aztecs had degrees of constructive ventilation.
Acoustics too.
Yeah, and acoustics as well. But that being said, in a modern sense of like a centralized air system that allows you to circulate clean air or whatever, yes, this would be quite advanced. So yes, I that was a way of me both simultaneously saying yes to you and clarifying that the definition of ventilation is probably not whatever.
to that end, would I have an idea, or would any of us have an idea that this hole that this thing has disappeared into runs through the rest of the ship? Is
That's
that
an
a safe
excellent
assumption?
question.
Yeah.
Celia put that together a little bit. So, if it runs through the rest of the ship, Celia would have theorized that a little bit. Celia connected the dots that there were vents.
So who actually took out the parasite from me? Like, where
Nobody.
did?
It
Of its
hopped
own
out of you.
volition.
But who was?
You're paralyzed, and it's like I can't afford that.
Oh,
Oh,
I
that was
used
Marcus, huh?
I used spectral lines.
First.
Yeah, wrap you up.
Okay. Yeah. First thing I'm going to do is pay you 300 gold.
Well, I don't know about that Zerial, because it found you first, but I mean, you made first contact, so yeah, It was more about the hunt anyway.
Are you sure? It was quite the ordeal.
Yeah, that's all right. We should find it again and kill it though. Well, I mean, I think kill it because it's jumping into people's heads and everything.
Definitely, and this time together.
Yes. Is there anything we can do about that? Because it came out of your ear, right? Can we just
Wear
put some-
earmuffs.
Yeah.
Earbuds? That's actually not. You know what? No, that's actually not a bad idea.
The nostrils,
Like- I
mean,
of course, are
The
also
problem is
perfect.
though, like, yeah, are we willing to deafen ourselves for this though? Does anyone else know sign language?
We wouldn't be necessarily deaf though, because I mean, if we took
Muffled.
pieces of cloth, like it wouldn't be super like, we wouldn't be able to hear anything. We'd just be shouting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
mechanically speaking, if you wanted to create something that was tight enough to prevent these things from entering into your body, yes, they would need to be tight enough to effectively deafen you. So you would be mechanically deafened.
Zerial,
Okay.
were you able to resist it taking you over at all? Did it constrain you or something? What was the process like?
I don't really remember anything about it, so it was too fast for me to actually think of something. So I
So
don't
cutting
know.
off access to our brains seems vital.
Yeah.
Do you think if we did cover our ears, it could just go in through like our mouths or something?
I'm wondering that.
Because that would be a problem.
If it can burrow, it could potentially go in through the mouth, but that's not a direct. As far as I know, that's not a direct route to the cephalic cavity. Nostrils, I think, are.
I suppose it could like make a hole, but that would be
Mhm.
significantly slower. So I think we would be okay there.
We have a storage space, like if I remember correctly. There's like a storage warehouse right next to us. If we can find, this may be a
Wax,
stupid idea,
cotton?
but I was thinking barrels or like small barrels, like buckets, like, or a crate in your case, since you're a little bit more square in the shape, the head. But yeah, no, I'm thinking if we could find those, we could cut holes in them possibly and make ourselves some.
It's so scary, super scary masks.
we are truly
An
adventurers of the night. Yeah.
Alternatively, we could use some wax if anybody has any. Cotton
Yeah, I think
and
that's
wax.
a better idea.
Thread. Or not thread, but fabric.
Well,
Let me check which adventurers pack I have and if it has wax.
yeah.
I think it might actually, because I think I took the scholars pack.
I mean, I have navigator's tools, which has not been useful so far.
But you've been underneath. It's hard to use the navigator's tools inside a tomb.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
They're more
I did
perfect-
not think of that when I first made them.
I think that's perfectly reasonable. I think also not everything has to be useful. Some things can just be cool. Sully's a navigator. That's just cool.
Is Asma here with us? Like, is she just caught
Lyra.
up and found us? Or, sorry, Lyra.
We do that so much.
Yeah, so let's cut back to Lyra for a second. Lyra, we left you in the camera room. I guess. Sure. Yeah, we left you in the camera room. But you saw them leave. And I'm going to use this as an excuse to sort of remap where we were. Lyra, you feel the whole ship shake. Another one of these earthquake things. A little bit smaller than some of the other earthquakes you felt, but you feel the whole ship shake. And you are looking in this room at cameras. And what you guys deduced last time was that there are around this ship 4 spots, 4 hallways, as it were, that there are cameras that see the spot, like hallways that are seen. And on the screen, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 hallways. And I think you see like snippets of their fight because some of it took place in the hallway. But basically, like you can't hear, but you see Celia like run out and point, and then Tis run in, and then Tis get physically thrown out, and then Zero come out and try and stab Celia. And then good things happen because Tis summons spectral lines, which then paralyze Zero. And then this tiny gray slug pops out of an ear and skedaddles back into the room and then south. So it disappears from your camera. So you see all that. And then shortly after that, you feel an earthquake.
Would I have seen it? Wait, did it just leave, or did it enter like a vent or something, or did it just go?
So the camera doesn't have the vent on it.
Right. Would I know how to get to the last room that they were in, or
You certainly know which direction they went.
Yeah, I think I'll try and go for that. So cut it off somewhere if I can.
Perfect. Yeah. So you leave the room and head south. You turn left, as it were, and head south. And you get into a wide room with 2 large pillars that point at each other like this, one like this, and one inverted like this. And then, and a hallway out to the east. So you follow the hallway out to the east, and you walk past a room, and you look up into that room, and you realize that this could not be the room that you saw them in because it is a dead end. But this room seems to have like a large, maybe 5.5 foot tall wall, and then like a little bit of space, and so there's area behind it that you could search if you wanted to search. And then so you continue forward, and you end up in a large room that is filled with barrels, barrels and crates and boxes. And while you're there, you hear voices, and it's the voices of Celia and Zerial and Tis speaking to each other.
I think I'll probably just go up to Serial and ask, "Are you okay? Do you know where the slug went?"
I have no idea. And okay is a relative term. I mean, technically I'm fine, but I just tried to attack everybody, so that's not the best.
Yeah, I think I'll just give him like a pat on the shoulder, but maybe just.
Celia, how do you feel about that? Like, Zero just tried to kill you. Now, admittedly, he was mind controlled, but like, still, he just tried to kill you. And here's Lyra just like patting him on the shoulder. How much damage did he do to you?
Quite a lot. Almost like 2/3 of my hit points. So
how much damage?
I'm pretty injured.
I'm just curious. Would what he did to you have killed Lyra?
Yes.
Yeah. Patting him on the shoulder.
The residual damage could probably kill Lyra at her hit points.
I think Celia's more just like she's just so shaken from what just happened that she just kind of like looks at Tis with a kind of what is going on face.
Just looks back with the same face, same expression.
I would explain myself, but I really don't have an answer on that one.
Oh, anyway, leaving that behind for now. What's the plan of action? Like, where are we going next?
Do we know where that leads? Pointing to the vent.
I know it probably runs under the last few rooms we've been in, but I couldn't tell you where it leads to.
So the camera room? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering how big they are, like, could we crawl through them?
Potentially. I wouldn't know how.
I don't know whether Tis would fit. Would Tis fit?
In the vent? Doubtful.
Yeah.
Doubtful.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's gonna be
not with armor. Without armor, it would be tight.
We can always sacrifice pineapple as we always do.
poor pineapple.
Oh my god. Sacrifice is not the word.
No, it's the word. Like,
I mean,
That is an
This is
option,
the thing,
honestly,
you know?
because, I mean, they just go to a pocket dimension if they die. If they don't die.
See, it's so sad though.
that is not a
because-
reason to abuse just because they don't die.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
And off Imperial's shoulder, runs over and starts hiding behind Celia's leg, quivering.
I'm gonna
Alright.
pick him up and put him on my shoulder and like give him pets.
I have a really quick idea that might help. Who has the biggest metal object? Like a metal sword or a metal?
Probably, I think me. I have a warhammer, I have a great sword, long sword, yeah.
Also, chest
Just the breastplate of your
Oh,
armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Okay. Could you take off your breastplate for me?
No.
Okay, I understand the lack of trust. Going
No,
around.
it's not trust at all. It's utility. This is how I don't get hit and hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you look at Tier Zero, you look at the breastplate, you see that, like, every single piece of the breastplate has a scratch or a dent on it from a blow that Tis has taken to save the person in the party.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So
Is there anything in this room?
Sorry.
I have a warhammer too, but is there anything in this room?
yeah, are there any shiny objects, reflective objects in the room?
Hey, just for once, can you just explain your plan first?
Okay, I promise I'm not trying to kill anybody and I'm not trying to make a death ray. My plan is to
Okay.
simply drop something shiny into the vent so that way I can see in the reflection if there's something there, because I am not sticking my head near anything anytime soon.
What about pineapple though? Because that thing can't do that much damage, right? And it probably can affect like a ghostly animal, right?
You know what? To be honest, I kind of want to see it. Oh, wait, sorry, Matt, you're muted.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
okay. I thought you said something. But I kind of want to see a battle between pineapple and this. Like, not
Yeah, it'll be
gonna
like
lie.
a desert spider and scorpion fight.
That's
Also,
horrid, but I agree.
I mean, I don't watch those. It's just it's a thing, you know.
Fair.
I mean, I'm certain Tis has seen them in this desert.
Probably, yeah, just by chance.
You know what? All right, let's do this. I have a small knife in my inventory, and I'm going to
You're gonna
give
give
it
it
to
to
pineapple.
Oh my god!
Is pineapple
Like
gonna be?
Snabby the Roomba.
You know what? Can I cut off a piece of cloth too to give him a little bandana? Like he is a warrior right now, and he's gonna need it.
Tell us how Pineapple feels about this.
The pineapple like hops up on his hind legs and sort of sits a little bit like upright, and wearing the bandana. I think even a small knife is too big for his like petty little claws. So I think like he
Aw.
grabs like a shard of something broken on the ground. And he holds it up and he like when he tries to imitate like Zerial sword moves.
Oh my god, that's so
That is
cute.
wonderful. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take some like I'm assuming that I'll have ink or something, and I'm just going to like make a little war paint on him. he's
Oh.
ready. Go, my little soldier.
We should get to the camera room before Pineapple goes in there, because if he chases it out, we want to intercept it.
Fair enough. So here's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to go completely limp. I'm going to assume that I told you guys to carry me.
Yeah, I'll catch him.
Really?
And then I'll carry him to the camera room. Is that a good idea? I was just
Fucking leave him here.
Just let it go right back.
I don't disagree with the sentiment.
Fine, bring him if you must.
I heave Zerial over to the camera room.
Okay. So where is everyone? I just want to clarify. We've got camera room, we've got pointy room, we've got storage, and we've got the room with the flat table. And then we have the room with the flat wall.
I think we all just traipse along to the camera room.
Okay, everyone's going over to the camera room. Sounds good to me. And you want us, except for Pineapple, who you're sending into the vent in the room that you left behind?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
When we get there, I pat Zerial on the back like I'm burping him to signal that we are in the camera room.
Okay. Gotcha. I think I'll actually pop back out to say, hey, wait a second, should we do the sand thing again?
Scattering it on the ground?
Yeah. I don't know how much it would help us, but
it didn't seem like it did anything. I guess. Because it moved across the ground to get to the vent. Yeah.
Fair enough.
It certainly left a track. Right, it made it easier to spot.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll probably see it anyways, right?
I mean, it's only useful. We can't spread sand around the entire ship, so...
That is fair. That will be a pain to clean up later.
He says we're cleaning up.
Ouch. Alright, fine. I'll clean it up since it's my brain slug.
Oh no, I was just thinking, it's not our ship, technically. Why are we cleaning it?
I mean, isn't it your ship at this point?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, property management, like, this is the rules of these lands back in the day. Like, if everything is dead in the area, then it's automatically yours. Nobody
back
to
in
claim
the day.
back in the day, back in ye old Dungeons and Dragons times. I still remember when my great grandpappy fought a dragon. Good times. But yeah, no, so I'm gonna pop into the vent when we're in the camera room and see if we can send our little soldier out.
So I think you hear so you're inside Pineapple, and I think you hear Pineapple just like say to you, you know, Sally is much nicer.
Oh,
agreed.
Just made my day.
And then Pineapple hops down and into the vent, and there are two paths forward for Pineapple. There's one that is northerly and one that is northeasterly. Both are into directions that you have not been before.
Do I feel wetness along any of the paths?
Yeah, why don't you have Pineapple roll a perception check?
Okay.
I believe Pineapple has a +1.
Oh wait, do I roll my normal perception or
Pineapple's perception +1?
Okay. Oh wait, so D20 +1.
Yeah.
All right. This is a D20, and we're adding 1.
18. Nice. Yeah. Yes, you do feel. You do feel wetness. It is heading in the northeasterly direction.
All right. We know where we're going. So I'm gonna pop on over that way.
You make your way through for a little bit, and you hit not a dead end, but a direct, but it's either a ventilation shaft up or a path northwest.
I don't have anything to climb, do I?
I'm imagining that you can get out of it.
Okay, fair
Cool,
enough.
but
I'm just not worried about it as much. You know.
Yeah, fair enough. You know what? Which direction is hotter?
Mm.
Probably the higher one because heat rises, right?
Assuming there isn't power in the ship, then that might affect things.
Oh,
Where you came from is actually hotter than either of these places.
okay, so then the heat would probably come through that and then rise, so it'd probably go higher. I will go for the higher one.
Okay.
I shall climb. But before I reach the very top, I'm just going to peek over to see, just kind of be stealthy if I can.
I want your roll stealth check for pineapple.
Okay. 1 second.
So pineapple's pretty stealthy, but it turns out it's really hard to be stealthy when you are using your nose to pop open a vent.
Fair enough.
And more interesting than that, you guys over in cameras see this vent sort of bling, bling, and then pop open, and you see tiny little pineapple or yellow ferret pop out wearing a bandana and carrying like a shard of broken glass.
If the brain slug had gone in, Tis asks out in the open, would the vent already have been open?
Yeah, I tend to
that's
agree.
a good point. He could see in the vents. Was the vent that he went into open, or did he just go through the slats? So,
Matt?
For the slug.
yeah.
The slug seems to be able to get through the slats. The vents have to be open for pineapple.
Okay, so we could go in there.
Kind of physical trail or some kind of pheromone trail that pineapple could smell or even see.
Good idea.
What are you doing? Sorry.
Oh, does it leave some kind of either physical sort of slimy trail or anything, any kind of pheromones or anything that pineapple could pick up and smell?
Yeah, certainly. Pineapple. Roll a perception check.
Oakley dokley. For pineapple.
Yeah, not the best roll. 7. No. Now that the sand is sort of worn out, it's really hard to track this thing. It doesn't leave like a obvious slime trail all the time. I think a good chunk of the trail before was partially mixed with sand and sort of rubbing the sand off his body because it did not really like the experience of sand.
Fair. I'm gonna pop back down into the vent and then rush the other way. Hopefully I'll catch this thing. I mean, if it's in the ship, then that's a different story, and we might have to worry about it. But
which way are you running? Sorry.
I'll go back down into the vent and then go the other way.
Okay. So you keep going further into the vent, and you get to a place. This place is very cool. From your logic, it is lower, and yeah, it has a vent above it, another vent above it, and a hallway going south from here, pretty clearly.
Okay, I think we're gonna pop open as many of the vents as we can, so that way we can kind of keep track of where we are and where we have been.
Yeah.
And oh wait, I wonder if there's any way to distinguish or mark the vents, so that way we know if it would come through a vent that we've already passed.
Yeah, I
That's
was wondering
your
that.
little shard, so could you score it or something?
You know what? That actually, okay, it might work. And then the reason why it might work is because slime would get caught in these little scratch marks because it's more abrasive than anything else.
Yeah,
So,
I think it would definitely work.
Try it.
Unfortunately, I think mechanically speaking, it would take like an investigation check. to determine whether something has been there, because it's abrasive, but you'd have to like really look to see it. It's subtle, you know. We're talking about slime on a scoring mark, not a, you know, it's not like blatantly obvious.
Slime.
But it would work.
I was
I
mainly
might-
thinking of like a way to just like track where you've been rather than where the thing is.
Fair enough. And
Just
I
like-
think the other thing is we might not need to see the slime. And this will be
Oh, we
terrible.
can touch it.
No, I was more so ever thinking taste. Because I'm sure it does not
Yeah.
taste good.
But
Yeah.
So what? You're just gonna go around licking floor?
Okay, when you say it like that, that makes it sound bad. But you know,
yes, it does.
all right, I'm gonna score.
I'm
the
pretty
vent.
sure that like touch would be enough, wouldn't it?
You know, I think this is why Pineapple likes you more. But like, we're just going to like accept that, I guess.
I'm also thinking if you're feeling all of its senses, do you really want to taste this like slug?
No, not in the slightest. but like, it is quite the thing. I want to get rid of it. It is a bane on my existence, and I'm going to turn it into a wonderful escargot. But like, that's all that I'm going to do with it. It is going bye bye.
Oh, that's
So,
cold.
Okay.
but yeah, no, I'm gonna continue down after scoring the event.
Sure. Yeah. So you score the new vent or the old vent or both?
I'd say the new vent. The old vent's open and we have it on camera, so something slides out, we'll see it.
So you pop open this vent and you score it. The room that this is in is cavernous and drafty. This is a very, very big room. And it's definitely not on cams.
Huh.
But the cams are mostly in hallways, not rooms. So
Yeah. Do I see it? What do I see in this room?
yeah, you see like tables and chairs, but they all have like a weird design to them. A lot of them are. Well, a lot of the tables seem to have like these weird cubes on them. Like they almost look like you know what they kind of look like? They kind of look like, you know, those kids building blocks that have letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of look like that.
Okay.
But they have different things on them.
Are there any bodies in the room?
Yeah, why don't you? So you want to make a search of this room? It's a big room, so you'll have to like, and for Pineapple, it's a huge room, so you'll really have to like move around to do so.
Yes, but could I do it very quickly at disadvantage?
Sure, but I wasn't gonna make you roll, but
Oh, fair.
yeah, to find a body
Yeah.
because
Just
there
as
are
quick as
several.
possible.
Yeah, because there are several. It's just it's more that you have to get out of the bench and move around, and yeah, okay. If you want to do it quickly, yeah, there's a mechanical consequence. So why don't you roll an acrobatics check at disadvantage?
Sure. Let's see. 20 and damn, a nat 20 though.
Yeah, so it's like a 12 or whatever. Sure, sounds good. Yeah. No, I think my mechanical consequence there, just to disclaim what I'm doing, was the slime is moving around, and so had you failed, the slime would have gotten a free move.
Oh.
But did not. So yeah, so you search the cafeteria. Yeah, you find several bodies, whole slews of them. You find like 6 or 7. 3 of them are the short people with the big brains, who we can again see in the Discord if you're looking for art.
Those were the ones that they were sucking on previously.
Theoretically, yeah. And then you find 4 people who are different sizes, different shapes, have tentacles coming out of their mouths.
So not as decomposed as the ones in the ship in the
No.
bridge.
Yeah, definitely less decomposed.
Okay, hopefully still not alive.
Yeah, that was my question.
Okay. Yeah, could I check to see if the slug is on the bodies of the dudes with the big brains?
Yeah. Why don't you roll a perception check?
Okay. Oh wait, that's my normal perception. Hold up. Well, that reroll wasn't any better.
You don't see anything.
All right. Yeah, then I'll probably just continue on. I'll score the vent, hop back down. Although I do think that if this thing is looking for food, it's probably going to be in a room with a lot of bodies. So I'm not fully convinced that it's not here. So, but I'll continue on.
Okay, and so you follow the vent south.
Mhm.
Yeah. You get to another vent at end. Vent. So you get to another vent outing. Do you want to hop out of it?
Yes, please.
You hop out of it, and you're back in the room where you started.
Okay.
So just to be very clear, this vent system is not a complete vent system that unifies everything. This vent system seems to have 3 vents in it. One in the room that you are in, one in the big cavernous room with many bodies, and one in a hallway that is on campus.
The other one is closest. Logically, I'm 100% sure that it's in the room with those bodies. Considering that it would be going from the vent to the closest exit, out the exit, and it would see the brains and the bodies. But we need to search it by like hand, I think, like by actual people, which makes more sense. So
I will say this though, just for the record, you did track the creature to go out the other vent.
oh shit. Okay, yeah, that is a very good point. I'm gonna backtrack the entire way because I think you're. Yeah, no, thank you for bringing that up. So, does that mean it's in a main hallway? Because it couldn't be out.
I mean,
there.
if its plan is just primarily to escape, then it would make sense that it would go out of this vent system and like hide or go into another vent system.
Yeah. All right. We'll just backtrack all the way, and I'm going to check each one of the vents. Unfortunately, by taste, just to see if like I missed anything.
You disgust me.
I know it's disgusting.
They have not changed in taste since last time you were here.
Changed. I like how that implies that I licked them originally. But
Honestly, you probably did though. Do not put it past you.
Well, it's funny as anything because I feel like my characters are less of adventures and more like that cartoony. Like if you've seen like the Ice Age movies, like the dude with the eye patch, that's like the parody of the survivalist. Where I died once, but then I lived. Like quite the different mood, although very helpful in terms of usefulness. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna have to find this thing ourselves.
That being the case, I am gonna cast Bless on us at 2nd level, so all 4 of us.
Okay.
If we encounter this thing,
Pineapple looks at you resentfully.
sorry, Pineapple. Oh, you're gonna be dismissed. I can cast it at 3rd level, buddy, but that's a steep price. Failing that, if we do see it, I might drop the Bless and use Enlarge on it, just so it's easy to see. Just so,
And
just
then
so
it
you
can't
all
escape
know.
as easy.
Yeah,
That's
and then also
true.
maybe hopefully it can't get into our heads too. But I don't know. Is it like morphed
Yeah.
to get into the vent? You know? Who knows?
I had a look through my inventory, and for some reason I have strips of cloth, which I think I had to bandage my hands when they were burning me with the dark water. But that might be useful now if you want earplugs.
Yeah, actually, that would be a good idea. Does just cloth work? Could it just be like wound up cloth? Or would we need something like airtight?
Airtight would be better, but anything is better than nothing, is what I would say. Mechanically speaking, if you agree that you are tying it tight enough that it causes you to go deaf, then it'll work.
Do we have enough to go around?
Yeah, I think I took 10 strips of cloth originally, and I probably used about 5.
Sounds good to me.
You know, I just realized the biggest brain move using these cameras is assuming that a hallway is within 60 feet of where the camera room is I could literally stay behind and use hold person from the camera room if I see it. Because technically the requirements are still there. It has to be within 60 feet, and I have to see it.
Yeah, but would that be like trying to do something in a mirror?
I'm not quite sure. That's like a very interesting question, but like,
and like getting the aim quite off or something? Would it be
Yeah.
harder?
I don't know, but that's like the strangest warping of what technically that could be.
I mean, that's
When does
DM
that
fiat
ever-
or whatever, obviously. But is an image of us?
I don't know.
Or
And
is
what
it-
else does that apply to? I feel like this is like the only scenario in which it would ever be relevant because, like, yeah, that's wild. All right.
I mean, I don't think it'd work just because is there still a physical barrier between you, like a wall?
Yeah, well, technically, yeah, but I don't know.
Seeing it, yeah,
I
and
don't
then
know
I
about
think
that.
for me it's more the seeing it on
A
a
lot
camera.
of the things that say a creature you can see, and I don't mean this negatively because I think it's a cool idea and it might work in certain circumstances, I guess. But remember that it does, like a creature you can see includes a bow and arrow shot.
Fair enough.
You know,
Would it have to be a creature you can see who could theoretically see you?
no, just like
Like-
Yeah, I think he's right. I think like just the standard textbook definition is best, but I find that hilarious considering that if those rules worked that way, then a bow and arrow shot would be hilarious in this scenario.
It just goes through the camera and comes back out and just hits the sky.
We'll
That'd be
have
weird.
us or Lyra fucking just aim up and charge a shot and then just go ping 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 around the hallways,
Yeah.
ricocheting off of everything into dead aim.
that's awesome.
Beautiful.
I would love that. Yeah, and I don't know if we had narrated it differently, if we had narrated the spell differently, but I could see it working potentially. But
Yeah, fair enough. But we should probably
Probably
find a slug.
Yes.
also additionally, I will add that only one of the cameras that you know of is within. Actually, you still don't know where all the cameras lead. You know where 2 of them are directly, and you know that the third one's on the left hand, and you know that there's a 4th one, but you don't know where it is directly. And only one of them is within 60 feet of you.
Fair enough. So
Well, only one that you know is within 60 feet of you.
Why don't we just set fire to the vents?
I had that thought.
okay.
Yeah, actually.
Something flammable, gaseous.
Well, the other thing
I
too
mean-
is the ship is a creature.
Right. Right.
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah.
That would kind of suck. Like it's quite the heartburn.
Hi, I'm here to light your veins on fire.
Where's
But with
what's-
friends, sure. Yeah.
What's that redneck guy's name that does the Heartbird, like the Prilosec commercials now?
No idea.
Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy. Where's Larry the Cable Guy when we need him?
Do the Brits not know who Larry the Cable Guy is?
We don't even have like cable guys. We do not call them cable guys.
Bless your hearts. But yeah, poison gas would also not work considering these things pump around air. I could very
Oh,
easily
yeah.
make poison gas, but
That being said, though, the
We
ship
should poison ourselves.
the ship might be able to tell us where it is, though, right?
Oh,
Because it has
Well-
eyes, and they just travel along
Oh,
the
yeah.
walls. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
would have to speak with animals with it because I'm holding concentration. Oh no, that's not concentration.
Nice.
Do we want to try that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pop off a quick my last level one.
Nice.
Did it tell us? No, we came up with a name with it, but I've forgotten what it is. What it was.
Oh, Frank.
Frank. I don't know if it responds to that, so I will first say ship. Friend ship. Can you? Yes, we're still working on that. Two things. If you can tell us where the maintenance room is, we can help with the pain. But also, we are trying to capture and subdue the slug thing that is loose on the ship. Can you see it by chance?
It is not in sight. Check their room.
Or no.
The slug room? Slug's room? It has its own room?
They do.
Can I get a bearing on that? Where should I go?
Past storage on the
Okay.
south side of the ship.
So it's telling us to go past storage. I assume that's where we were when it got serial. So it says it's in its own room. They have a room for these things, which means there may not only be one.
You know what? I'm kind of fine with the original plan of lighting things on fire. I mean, it does suck, but
That would certainly be more efficient if it worked.
at this point, like, I think it's kind of like the difference between, like, man, I really don't want to burn my house down because there's one spider, and man, I really want to burn my house down because the walls are covered in spiders. The wallpaper was originally white, and I no longer can see it.
Are you in Australia?
You know what? to be honest, probably. If that
That
were
is
the case,
the
I
worst
just
mental image you have ever put in
Yeah.
my head.
That's pretty.
And
that's
you have
pretty
put some weird images in my head.
what can I say? People never walk away from me unchanged. I am a force of
sure we
impact on
don't.
people's lives. They're good, bad, who knows? But quite impactful nonetheless.
Would you decide?
Or is Helen good?
Well, we have a bearing, kind of, but are we prepared to confront potentially a room of these things?
I
Well,
mean,
okay.
we could just fight it if it comes close to us.
Cut them off at the doorway to that room.
Yeah. Let's look in the storage room though to see what we have and what might be able to help, because
Sure.
if we have, like, oh, you know what? I actually have a really decent idea, but it needs something very specific.
Hmm. Can
Um,
Pineapple cut them off at if that room has a vent, their room? Could Pineapple cut them off there? Oh, it would be a different system,
probably.
huh? Because
Yeah.
or a different vent. Yeah.
Okay,
That
so
work.
here's a question. That fine sand, how conductive is it?
The sand?
Yes.
The weird fine sand that you found? How conductive?
Yeah. If it's like metal shaving sand, like essentially like the
Yeah, it's very conductive.
Okay. So yeah, I think what we're going to what I'm going to do, if you guys are cool with it, I am going to take a crate lid that fits a smaller crate and then How can we attach it? I need to make a pump somehow.
You need to make a what?
A pump. So here's my plan. Sorry, I know I'm on like my whole thing where I concoct an entire elaborate design in my head and only share bits and pieces of it at a time. But my plan is I'm going to fill the room with metal particles. And since Celia and I both have the ability, I think, does anybody else have the ability to do lightning damage or specific damage types according to electricity?
Shock and grasp, but that's kind of a creature you have to touch.
No.
Okay. That actually would probably work if you were to take a metal bar or a sword and stick it under as a conductor. So that would work technically. And then Celia and I have what's it called?
Chromatic orb.
Yeah, chromatic orb. So what I'm thinking is we can pump the room full of metal dust and then shock it. Everything inside. Like, this would save us from lighting anything on fire and or hurting the ship, right? And it would keep everything from going up in flames, which is another kind of issue. I know most of the stuff is metallic, but you can never be too safe.
I'm not 100% sure it would stop us either setting the ship on fire or hurting the ship. But I'm more concerned about the idea of putting metal particles in the air and then shocking them, because won't that shock us as well?
Is chromatic orb ranged?
That is true. Poor Asma. All right. Yeah, I think both of us will just do the chromatic orb. Asma, unfortunately, due to the fact that I don't think you want to stick your hands under the door that we're going to be blasting electricity into, I think you'll probably set this one out.
Is the sand fine enough to be aerosolized? Because alternatively, we could just put it on the floor and you could shocking orb that. Or whatever, chromatic orb that.
See, that's what I was thinking too. The only issue is if it's on the walls or ceiling, because
if they crawl
things. Yeah, but like if it's aerosolized, like if it's a fine sand. So all we need to do is to make a pump system that we can stick under the door, and we have a crate, which is a container, which is half of it. So it would
need to be airtight as well.
One thing I want to point out is that you haven't seen any doors.
Oh, yeah, that's quite the issue. All right.
Yeah.
You see this elaborate plan. Where's the door hole? I cut it out with the power saw. All right.
You spend a day making a pump out of like skins and a box. There's no door.
Poor thing. All right. Yeah. Let's look
around.
That was
such a good idea.
We might just have
a good idea.
I mean,
it's still feasible. It's just like the aerosolized part won't work, I feel like.
Your thing.
Could we stick it through a vent if the pump was long enough? Pump it that way. I have lightning bolt as well, which is 100-foot line. So as long as the vent is a straight line.
Yeah.
I could do that from pretty far.
Okay. I think what we can do is we have enough people. All right.
I think you guys are making the plan in the security room, and you see like Pineapple just come huffing in.
Oh yeah, poor Pineapple. Good thing he's not in the vent. All right. Can I find a crate lid that is the approximate size to close off the other end of the vent?
A crate lid? Easy to cover. Something that matches the shape? No. Maybe one of the sides of the crate. You could break open a crate.
We could just put a crate on it, like a full crate.
Thinking something long, like it doesn't have to be the exact like diameter to stick in. It just needs to be able to be held into place, so that way it doesn't like go the wrong way. So I think we can break it off or chop it off. Or
what about Tiss's idea of like literally moving one of these things on top of it and preventing it from being open because they open up?
Is that what you're trying to do? Close them?
I was thinking about closing off the direction that doesn't lead to where we think it does. Um, like
There-
the
yeah.
route that they're in. Um, so yeah, the only issue that I would have with not closing off the other parts is it would get sand in all the other vents, but that's not that big of an issue. We'll clean it up later, I guess.
Yeah, as long as it's not all electrified still when we get there, then.
Yeah, fair.
There's
Yeah,
also
so
multiple vent systems, I would think, because the one that Pineapple was in only had 3 total exits, 4,
true.
and there's probably way more.
In the security room we're in, are there like any cabinets or like do any of the crates have a kind of hard copy or anything of the ventilation system?
Sorry, a copy of the ventilation system, like the map or something like that?
Yeah, because like some places have literally just their ventilation system on a map as like blueprints kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a great idea. No, they're not that smart or organized. But there's a vent in here.
Oh,
Hmm.
You could search out this one too, if you wanted.
Hey, when I used tongues, there was a thing that told me which systems were online and which weren't.
Interesting.
When I was sitting in the chair.
Mhm.
But Perius had to hold me up into the chair because everything's upside down.
Mhm.
So we would have to go back to the chair, and I would have to somehow get in the chair, and then we would have to use tongues, and then it might not work.
I have a simpler
But-
solution. Like,
was it?
if we just find like a crate that can limit the airflow, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we can just drop it in like a small object or
Yes, sir.
square up. Yeah, as long as it's heavy, it won't blow away, and then it won't get too much dust everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm gonna pour like a generous amount of like the sand dust in there,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to take off my shirt and then take a crate lid, and I'm going to put the crate lid on the what's it called, like shirt covering it, kind of like a plunger type of deal. And then I'll see. I'm gonna need Mark, or I don't know who's fastest with this or best for this. Like, how would fanning sand into a different room?
Oh, I see. You're trying to make like a flume.
Yeah. So,
It's
like,
make
Oh.
a puff of wind and just use that.
Yeah.
oh wait, you can make a puff of wind.
It says you can create an instantaneous hum. It says it's like a sensory effect, so I don't know if it would actually have an effect.
Hopefully would work.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it a lot, but you know, it would work.
Cool.
Where are you blowing this wind?
That's a good question, Zerial. Where are we actually going in?
What direction you want
Into the other room, like not the one that the crate is blocking, but the room that they're supposed to be in.
So you don't know what room they're supposed to be in.
Yeah, we
Ship
haven't
says
seen it yet.
on the south side, they've got their own room.
Oh, okay.
So check
Past
there.
storage.
Well, this is the only event that we haven't really checked, huh?
There's the one in the security room that we haven't.
But we were in the security room, so you'd probably know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we haven't checked it.
Okay, good point.
We don't know
No,
where it
there's
goes.
not lots of vents that you haven't checked, just to be clear.
Yeah. Yeah, the vent thing might be. There might be too many to effectively use them. If they were all interconnected, that might be a different story, but we might be better off on.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, yeah, we'll just.
You saw vents in the room with the pins are up and pins are down. You saw a vent in the security room. You saw you didn't even search the chest high wall room or the half height wall room. Storage did not have a vent in it. But then the room with the table did have, where you got ambushed the first time, obviously did have a vent in it, as did the big caverns room.
Boy. All right, yeah, I think Marcus may be right. We may have to search it on foot.
Yeah.
So-
Any precautions we can take would be good. If we're gonna be going just straight in there.
Shakes again,
Sorry.
for the record. The ship shakes again, just for the record.
Okay. Any precautions?
we're blessed. If you all stay within 10 feet of me, you get +3 on top of that d4 to saving throws. So potentially +7 or +4.
Wow. Damn, dude.
Anywhere between 4 and 7, which is alright. But yeah,
All right.
that's what I've got. The cloth strips, that's probably a good precaution to have.
That works. And what we could do is, if any of us see it, we'll just use thunder. Because if we're deafened, then it's not gonna exactly
That is a good point. Yeah.
do much. Or I forget. Like, what's the sound damage? That's thunder, right? Like, there's a difference between thunder and like.
There's shatter, and then there's
Thunder damage. Yeah, thunder damage. Yeah.
Okay, I remember there was some weird difference between like actual electricity and thunder, but I'm not quite sure. What was that?
Hear that coming from the distance. Ship rattles.
I'm getting concerned by the fact that these earthquakes are getting closer and closer together.
Yeah, I assume they were the ones that we had been feeling before while we were here. That's a little too freaky.
Do we investigate?
Not now. I feel like I feel like we should get out of here as soon as we can.
Well, it's the same direction that the slug went, right?
Nope. It's right behind you. I need everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw. This is against fear.
Oh my god.
Now, those are the scariest words I think I've heard so
Everyone
far.
gets
This
a
is
d4
against
+3.
fear.
Yeah, everyone gets D4.
Damn, dude.
Oh, we're all rolling really well.
Those rolls.
Like,
I need you to roll that D4, and you have a +3. Oh, +3 puts you at 18. Never mind.
wait. Oh my god. Wait, does that mean that our 21s are 28s?
Yes. No, it means
Well,
they're
you
Oh
would
my
roll.
god.
default 24, and you have a D4 on top of that.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, I don't know how this happens, but somehow the back of the ship, where there was a hole that you guys came down to investigate in the first place, because there was some sort of weird security system thing that fell apart, whatever escaped for some reason has come back, and it is in the shape of a giant frigging purple off-color mutated worm-looking thing with row upon row of teeth, and it erupts from the back of the ship and comes in, and you see it looks at you all. And I think that's where we're going to take our break.
We fucked up our
Oh my
glassware.
god.
And none of
We
us
were
are
part of that.
like just another day on the job.
Back in 10 of them.
Celia and I worked hard on that glass work.
Did we?
Hey everyone, and we are back. Welcome back to the world. Hope that you all are doing well, living good lives, and feeling okay about things. We've got a little bit of a situation here, so let's dive on in and see what the situation is. So, from the back of the ship has erupted this massive, off-color, vaguely purplish worm with spikes along the outside of its body and a huge. I'm going to use it. I know that I avoid this phrase when I can, but I think it's appropriate here. Gaping maw filled with teeth just rips open through the side of the ship and looks at you all. We were discussing during the break how big this creature is, and we decided that it was about 20 celias in height, the part of it that you can see, and part of it is still submerged behind the ship. Celia, did we come up with how much you weigh?
Yeah, so I had a look to see how much halflings weigh in general, and considering I'm the strongest in the party, I'm gonna go on the heavier side, so probably about 45 pounds.
You weigh about 45 pounds. That's what you want to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's put this in perspective. This thing is 1,000 times your weight. This thing weighs 45,000 pounds. So,
2 tons.
you know, yeah, this is this is big. This is big.
Oh my god.
This is big. I have here, by the way, in case anyone's curious, someone made fan art of a purple worm eating a T-Rex. Not even slightly kidding. I literally just Googled purple worm, and it's one of the first things that showed up. That's so cool. So this
Wait,
thing
45,000?
45,000 pounds. But this thing rips through the back of the ship. And it looks around without eyes, because it has no eyes. And then and you see like stuff pouring out of its mouth. And it seems to recoil from one side of the room that it bursts into, where it had that little sort of low wall thing that was there, like basically a little thing to trip over. But it looks at you, and it is hungry, and its motivation is food. So it's definitely going to try to eat someone. What do you guys want to do?
I have something that's kind of immediate if nobody else does.
Go for it.
Okay. Good. We're all blessed. Tis, the first thing Tis does is see that and says, run, we can't fight that thing. Christ, fantasy Christ. And then...
Yes.
Yeah. And then I will cast create food and water in front of it.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, that's a cool call.
45 pounds, one whole celia of food and 30 gallons of water appear in range.
And it only takes 19 to cast. So you make a celia-sized stack of food.
Could I combo with it?
Does it look like celia a little bit? You just like celia?
I don't think so. Oh, actually, I'll make it humanoid. I'll make it like a human-ish shape, assuming this thing doesn't have.
Yeah, so it does look like me then.
I guess so, yeah.
We are using Celia as bait. Look, you guys laugh at my ideas, and now it comes full circle.
If I was willing to lose my hat, I'd put my hat on it too.
You're not willing to lose your hat?
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, that's...
Can't lose a hat.
I'm not losing my hat, excuse me. It's a part of me.
Gonna combo with Marcus. I have never actually used this, but my star sign, which we have kind of like flavor text to be potion of poison, like potions instead of poison sacks or whatever. And I'm just going to use that on the pile of food.
So you're going to cover the food in poison.
Nice tummy ache, at least.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Do you even have a stomach?
I don't know.
There's a chance the thing itself is poisonous, or venomous. So
we'll find out.
Hopefully we won't. Let's run.
You know, I wonder how much I know about worms, Because if I know as much as I do, like
Space
in real
Wars?
life, I
Yeah.
may have an idea to kill it, but it's the worst idea possible.
Nothing new then.
Like,
Damn.
you're right, but like, here's the thing: is worms have like a bunch of like organs and hearts and stuff. It's strange, but like essentially, like on the inside, if we were to go in and just pierce all the hearts and stuff, and yeah.
Do you still have some of that sand?
Oh, well, yeah. But I don't. Well,
Because I mean, I'm
okay.
sure it wouldn't like having that just like all over its tongue or whatever. Does it have a tongue? Probably.
Hey, here's the other thing. I'm pretty sure we can cause quite the reaction. Okay, could I? Is the container of sand pick upable?
There are many of them. Sure, there's some that are small enough to pick up.
Hoistable.
Can I pick up like a medium-sized one and then tell Tis to do the same?
Sure, yeah. I want to be
Fair
very clear that if you're doing this, you are not using this golden opportunity to run. I'm not saying that you shouldn't or shouldn't,
Mm.
but
Fair enough.
I just wanted
I
to
figured-
clarify that is what's going on.
I would very much like to see where you're going with that and like to fight this, but
Well-
I think it's our best idea to run.
Okay. Could I also slow it down by using minor illusion?
Oh, that would.
I mean, again, you've done something for free. You've
Oh wait, sure,
made this pile of food and covered in poison.
yeah,
This
that's
is a
fair.
free thing to have pulled off.
That's fair. So yeah,
I'm not
I
against it.
want to ask,
It's possible.
can I see down its mouth?
Sure, yeah.
Can I see 20 feet down its mouth?
Sure, yeah.
Can I cast Fireball with the point of origin being inside its mouth?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
And mask.
Yeah, you have done nothing yet for this free action, so sure, I will give you a free action to do so. You wanted to. It cannot succeed a dex save on that, I would say. Is that true? Yep, I think it can't succeed a dex save there.
I
And
would say
so,
it'd be pretty hard.
yeah, so you're just going to do full damage. Roll that fireball damage. Ooh, 37 damage. Wow. Nice. Cool. Doesn't seem to notice. Gets a little bit of acid burn and turns towards you to eat you. That sounds right.
Oh my god.
Lyra, do you want to do anything here?
I mean, I feel like we've just turned it away from the food now, and now it's using the real Celia. So we could
Yeah.
use the real Celia while we run, and then take the like pile of food with us.
You want to pick up the pile of food and carry it with you?
That would take
Uh,
far too
no.
long.
Yeah, it would. I was thinking we could take it as a replacement Celia, but it's fine.
Do you have a
Replace
mystery?
Celia with the pile of food.
I mean, that sounds like you're leaving me behind and bringing the food as a
It does sound
replacement.
like
To
that.
be fair, the poison food is doing less witch-like stuff, so like I'm not completely against it.
I'm not against either if you want to abandon Celia to her fate.
Okay.
If no
but
one
here's-
will, if you're gonna abandon me, Pineapple will miss me at least.
That's fair. Celia, do you
Also
have a
physical.
slot to cast gaseous form?
I do. Why?
Okay. I have minor illusion. I could attempt to create an image of you, and then you poof into gaseous form.
I could just use invisibility.
That works too.
Then I wouldn't be slower.
Yeah. But yeah, we should definitely run and run with those crates if we can.
Yeah, it just runs without the
Grab
crates.
it.
Too heavy.
Grab it.
No.
Yeah.
Are we talking like a like 3-4 feet across, or like a hogshead kind of?
No. The crates are smaller. This is like a small barrel.
Okay, yeah, I'll take one with me.
The diatomaceous earth, they're like small barrels. Okay, cool. So you grab one, and Zerial grabs one. Okay, we're gonna establish chase modifiers for y'all. You can choose whether you want to use your athletics or your dexterity as your base.
Boy.
Higher is better, obviously.
Both bad.
Oh wait, so it's an acrobatics or athletics?
It is acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay, acrobatics for sure.
Mhm.
Are we all doing this?
Yes, everyone chooses this. Secondarily, anyone whose base speed in a turn is below 30 feet, subtract 4 from that number.
Oh shit.
Wait, that actually applies to you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
my speed is
no.
25. I've got little legs.
We might
Okay,
be
that
better off
makes sense,
carrying
though.
you.
Well, I've got
Anyone-
fly. I could cast fly,
Hey, yeah.
and then I'm 60.
Jeez,
Then you're
yeah.
in very good shape.
Oh yeah.
Anyone whose base speed is above 30, add 4 for each 5 feet above 40. Above 30, sorry. So, well, I've got bad news for all y'all. My modifier here is plus 25.
Fair enough.
What's everyone else's modifier?
Plus
2.
8.
Plus
Oh, wait.
2.
Am
plus
I-
8.
We have bonuses because of Tesh?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
everyone gets plus
Oh.
3 because of it. Yeah. I'll take
Is it a
that.
saving throw?
No, it's a skill check.
Okay, then I think it's only saving throws.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, never mind then.
Am I allowed to cast fly, or have I already used my?
You used a free action this round.
Yeah.
So
So,
who-
my modifier is 0.
Excellent. That could be worse. Last time I ran this, I had someone with a modifier of -5. So here's the deal. I'm chasing you. I need everyone to roll that d20 plus that modifier that you have, whatever that may be.
Oh, poor Tis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 30, so I have no bonuses.
That's true.
Does Celia get plus 150? No, my math is horrible. You said it's plus 4 for every 5 feet above 30?
Yep.
So with fly, is it
Yeah, but I didn't cast
120?
fly. I cast fireball.
Yeah, she
Oh,
gets fired
sure.
instead.
Okay.
So that is
Wait, can I use lucky? Oh no, that's if I roll a 1.
Oh yeah.
It's been nice
my
knowing you
God.
guys.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna well, I closed the gap by 1, and because you guys didn't escape or attempt to escape, I am going to take a bite. And I think that Celia is the furthest behind. So Celia, I'm going to try to bite you.
I'm already at like a third of my hit points as well.
Can I jump in front of Celia?
Oh my god.
You are running the chase. I guess
Just
I'd
because
allow a
of the nat
dexterity
20.
saving throw to attempt it.
Oh wait, what?
I'd allow a dexterity saving throw to attempt it, but if you fail, you'll take the damage. And if you succeed, you'll take the damage and block Celia from taking the damage as well.
This you do have 1d4 and a plus 3.
Yeah, so get add a d4 and plus 3.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a 23 or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna take the damage for Celia. There's
Oh,
no.
thank God I tried.
And let's see. You are smaller than large, right? Or actually, if you are large or smaller. Cool. So you're gonna start with that 25 points damage. And now I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
See, this is always the point where I fuck up the second one. Like the first one is okay, but it's the second one that fucks up. Watch. Told you.
So it's plus 3 from Tis plus a d4.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's not enough to make a difference.
Yay.
So you guys look as Zerial physically grabs Celia, shoves her out of the way, and this giant worm just engulfs him, eating him. And let's see. Yeah, you are blinded and restrained, and immediately take some acid damage. So I'm going to give you some acid damage. You're going to take 25 points of acid damage.
Alrighty. We're trucking along, aren't we?
You have reactions if you want to use them, but for now at least, if you want to use your, I know you have like a reaction to absorb elements or something like that.
Oh yeah, true. Let's see. Yeah, so thank you for pointing that out because that helps a ton.
Mhm.
So here, I'll do that.
I have a question. It's probably not the most pressing question, considering Zerial might die here. But where's Pineapple?
Pineapple is, I think, on your shoulder.
Okay, that's fine.
Excellent. Yeah, so you absorb half of that damage, making it only 12 damage that you take there.
Okay.
Are you dead?
I am not. I think. Well, okay. I'm assuming that I'll have somewhat of a turn. I think I'm gonna look inside my box, and oh god, this is really really bad. Like, there are no happy endings to this one. Well, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? This is far-fetched. But would it be possible for me to make something using an ingredient in the box that would cause this to throw up? Now, granted, it would probably throw up acid all over the rest of the party, but at least I would be outside of it instead of inside.
Sure. That's certainly possible. The box just has that weird diatomaceous earth thing in it. You don't know exactly what it is yet. You know it's conductive. What do you want to do with it?
Is there a uvula of this thing?
Yeah.
Awesome. I am going to apply it to that, and then I am going to cast. I'm not sure. Let's just go with Chromatic Orb. So, and I'm going to cast it with whatever the was the like thunder, lightning, whatever have you. I want the objective is.
I'm just checking.
Okay. Yeah. The objective is to stimulate the nerves.
Yeah, I get it. I just want to take a look at these things.
Oh man, this is really bad. Emily, you owe me one. Or Celie, you owe me one.
If we get you out,
I mean,
if I live, yes. Otherwise, I'll just have like a line of characters. Just all just used to God. Like it'd be like, so what do you guys played? Well, we played this character, this character, this character. We got 3. So why are there like 50 total characters listed on the campaign? Well,
we will see.
It is pretty funny.
I know what you're attempting to do from inside, and I will bear that in mind, Zero, but I want to see what other people are doing outside right now first.
Fair enough.
So, anyone else? Have anything they want to attempt to do?
What's within reach?
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that you guys ran south because that's the direction you spent most of the time in this show.
Yeah.
So there seems to be these 2 giant pincer things in reach, and then a hallway. There's a ventilation system down there that you guys discovered but don't really know. There's the weird cube thing that you don't really understand yet.
Are the pincers a part of the... Oh, the cube thing?
Mhm.
Oh, one of the ones that was on the table.
Yeah.
Of all those things that I see, are any of them attached? Are they fixed to whatever surface they're on?
Yeah, the pincers certainly are.
Okay.
And they're huge. They're like 25 feet across and like a tip that's like 20 feet up.
Are they
cone.
Okay. Are they their own distinct object?
They're define what you mean.
Could I enlarge them?
Certainly.
The box that I took, how big is that?
It's like maybe a foot and a half and by a foot.
Can I see Zerial?
No, he is inside. He has become engulfed. He is blinded and deafened.
If we can get Zerial out, I can get something inside and enlarge it so it gets trapped in the hallway. Whatever I enlarge will grow up to 8 times its size until it takes up the space that it's in. But we need to get Zerial out.
Anyone else have any thoughts?
Do we know how like tough its kind of underside of its belly is, like the skin of it is? Could we cut through it?
Yeah, why don't you roll a perception check? Looks
On the front.
really pretty easy to cut through. Probably it's just a worm.
It was,
Probably.
it was quite the asthma roll, though. A nat 1 followed by a nat 20.
Plus, you're really good. A rapier, it's a great cutting tool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. The problem is getting there and then like trying to run back out probably is not going to turn out well. I kind of do want to just hide. Wait, oh, that's does it have eyes?
Nope. It does not have eyes. I want to be very important when I say this. It does not have eyes.
Oh. I see what you're saying.
We can't fight it. We can't run from it. Hiding is probably the best option. And being silent, I would assume.
Yeah, if we're quiet or we're hidden, surely I imagine it doesn't have an overly developed sense of smell.
Can we see its nose?
Roll a perception check.
Oh dear.
Does not seem to have a nose.
Does that mean every attack against it is technically a sneak attack because it can't see anything?
I wonder. We could test by attacking. See what happens.
Yeah, I think I'll safe for the first attack there. I'll hide behind some of the crates or something.
Okay. What does that look like? How are you hiding?
I'll probably go to ones that there are a couple stacked and just quickly stand behind them first and peer over to see if it's even looking anywhere near me. And if it's not, then I'll probably try and stay as hidden as possible and only have the arrow poking out.
Okay. Yeah. Doesn't seem to look at you.
Oh, you cut out, sorry.
It does not seem to be looking at you.
Wait,
Why don't you roll a stealth check for me?
Roll a which check, sorry?
Stealth. Yeah. Okay. So Lyra hides.
Okay.
Celia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go invisible.
Okay. You turn invisible. Do you do anything else? Do you keep running?
Yeah, I probably keep running, but like I'm gonna try and stick to the sides of the hallway.
Okay, so you turn invisible but keep running. Tis, what about you?
I am running up to... Fuck. I'm running up to the pincer things.
The mouth. Oh no, the pincer thing's in the ship. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm running up to the pincer things, and then I would like to try to tie my rope to them. Adventure.
Yeah. What's your intent here?
To create something I can use to anchor myself, so I can get in and get Zerial and get out.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, why don't you yeah, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think that's a I think that's probably I think it's probably an athletics check.
Okay.
I don't think it's a particularly hard one though.
15.
Yeah, no problem. You are anchored.
So it's tied to the pincer and to me.
Mm-hmm.
If I enlarge, am I going to break the rope that I've just tied around myself?
No, you if you knew you were going to enlarge, you could tie it around yourself with enough slack to like grow.
Okay. And then I would like to I'd like to dive into this thing's mouth, and I am hoping that I am large enough to not just be swallowed immediately.
Okay, so your intention is to dive in and cast enlarge simultaneously?
Yeah, I'd like to be enlarged and stuck in this thing's esophagus.
So what are you rolling with 30 saving through?
Yeah, far enough to be able to see Zerial at least.
I know the dice are gonna fuck up again right now. Oh wait, no.
Nice. So it's a 19 for you.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Dive into this thing. I think you see Celia disappear, and this thing keeps going towards Celia, despite the fact that she has disappeared. But it seems to ignore Lyra, who is hidden behind some crates. And you see it sort of open its mouth to sort of take a bite out of Celia. It just desperately wants to, like, this is the second time it's gone for Celia for some reason. When you dive into it, and because its mouth is open, when you like dive into it and then enlarge, like you get caught in its throat a little bit, like around you. You feel the acid burning into you, but you're not going to take the bite damage.
Okay.
So we'll take the acid though.
If I can.
Acid damage.
Okay. If I can, as I'm falling in, I will shout, "It can still sense you. Run and hide." Yeah.
Okay. And you get just inside, and you see Zerial shoving this can of this sort of small barrel of like this weird dusty substance all over this thing's uvula.
Okay.
And you see Zerial want to like pull back and shoot something at it.
Hey Z.
What's up?
You coming? I assume that's my turn. That was a lot of stuff.
Come here often?
Yeah.
Okay, Zerial, you release this chromatic blast and you shoot this thing. It feels weirdly unimpactful. But it is impactful in the way that you want it to. Why does it feel unimpactful? I guess you'd expect roll damage for chromatic orb.
That's fair enough.
It hits roll that damage. Yeah, it just seems like it's not as much as you were hoping.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's just like it's not as much as you were hoping. And with that, with that you're inside still. And it doesn't quite do much. There's something about this diatomaceous sword that you're using that seems to deaden the effect.
There's something about the what?
The shavings that you're using that seems to deaden the effect.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good idea, but unfortunately the laws of the world, the item that you are using prevents it from working.
Shit.
It was a really cool idea, but I want to reward you and point out that that is science, and you now have more information.
Yeah.
I will also add that Tis has successfully interrupted this creature's attack, so it does not get another attack. It's going to make an attack in Celia, but it doesn't get one. Thank you, Tis.
So Tis is currently in its mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I'm just gonna. I literally have 0 spell slots, 0 or 0 spells remaining of all my stuff, and what's it called? My cantrips are useless. But so that means that I am going to just make my last ditch attempt, and I am going to just see if I can grab onto Tiss and like at least just like move towards him out of the mouth if possible.
So you're trying to shove Tiss out?
No, I'd see if I can like attach myself to him, so that way if he leaves, he'll pull me out with him.
You're trying to attach yourself to Tiss.
Yeah.
Okay. Zero, I have unfortunate news. How are you doing on health?
Well, technically, I still have second wind, so I'll use that and see what that is. And that's actually a +9 because we're level 9 now, so that's going to be a 10. So
nice.
Right now I'm at 34.
Nice. Well, then you probably won't die. When both you and Tiss take this damage here. Tiss, how are you doing on health?
Pretty good, 60.
Then you will definitely not die from the 21 points of acid damage that comes.
Okay. Alrighty. We're skating along there, aren't we? Yay! All right, yeah.
What about those outside the worm? What are you guys doing? Celia, Lyra, what are you guys doing?
See the other end of the worm?
Nope.
No, it's just too.
Yeah, I think part of it is that like it's burrowed partially, it's coming out of the back, and then part of it is that like the ship is like turning and twisting a little bit, so the worm fills up hallways and shoves the ship apart a little bit as it's going through it.
Right. I don't know. I feel like nothing we can do is we can do that much damage to him. I mean, I will try and aim an arrow for where I am at the underside of it and see if that how much that does, if it even hits.
Yeah. Roll the hit. Oh, a 12? No. Yeah, you hit it, but the armor on the underside of it is very tough, and so it just like reflects off it.
Wonderful.
It's a +9.
Yeah, we just don't talk about it.
Is screaming a free action? Because I think that's all Salia's really doing. I think she sees that it like her invisibility isn't really doing anything. And it's probably better for her teammates to at least be able to see her. So she's going to drop the invisibility.
You are no longer invisible.
But if she gets hit once, she's going to die. Do I have any?
How is it able to see? How is it able to attack you?
Don't make my apparent like hopefully not sacrifice mean that you get killed too.
Oh, I have a healing potion. I'm gonna down that, and is that a bonus action?
Yeah, for us it's a bonus action. We ruled that a while ago.
Fabulous. Okay, so I can do that, and I can cast fly. Oh, fab. Oh, that's not much. How did I roll? That is
11 is not
awful.
11 is not
okay. Yeah.
On a range, 8 to 20, it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. Okay, so you cast fly upon yourself?
Yeah, because that means I get a faster speed.
Yeah, absolutely. So be for you were at -4, but that is no longer the case. So you were at 0 before, is that right?
I was at 0, yes.
Okay. So plus 25 feet of movement would be 50. Nope, so plus 35 feet of movement. So that's 7 times 4, so that's going to be plus 28 now.
Fabulous.
As
Yeah.
you continue to run. Lyra, what about you? What are you doing?
I don't think I'd have any knowledge to know how its senses work, but based on what we've seen so far, could I make an educated guess on how
What
I
is
think
your guess?
I mean, I'm hoping that Lyra would come up with something because I don't know. I don't know if maybe it senses vibrations or something, if it lives on the ground.
Interesting.
I'm guessing it's not that, but
Why?
but
Why are you guessing it's not that?
because I don't know. Because it doesn't sound realistic enough.
No eyes, no nose.
I'm
Does it
guessing
have ears?
Giant ears, like just big old human ears, right on the side of it.
No, they're elephant
Yeah.
ears. Elephant ears. No. No ears.
life form needs tactiles. That's why the only sense it actually needs to be able to feel something. So I don't know if it's doing, if it genuinely is just using vibrations to, as an almost kind of echolocation thing, but with feeling where it is and heading towards that. I don't know if that's what the earthquakes might have been a result of, or.
Well, it's certainly, I will say this, it's certainly big enough that its motion causes the ground to shake, depending on where it is.
To be fair, easiest way to kill it was to get like just massive amounts of concrete, create a giant block, and because it's a worm, it'll go up on the sidewalk and it'll just die. Like just easy as that.
How big would that concrete block have to be?
Monumental. Why do you think the Egyptians built the pyramids? They tunneled the worms down to smaller and smaller worms up until the point that we have it today. The more you know.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
You could get it to burn itself with its own acid, but I don't know.
It's probably immune to its own acid. That'd be like us spitting on ourselves.
No, I know, but like for example, when your acid goes into your throat, it still burns because it's not supposed to be there.
Heartburn. Give it heartburn.
Reflex, yeah.
You have acid reflux.
Just give it hiccups. Oh wait, it doesn't have a diaphragm. Can't give it hiccups.
If I was able to cast Ice Storm, I think you limited it to the Ice Space specifically. Would Tiss and Zerial still have to make a dexterity saving throw because they're technically in the creature, not?
Yeah, no, not at all. They'd be fine.
Could I try that?
Sure. Go for it.
Let's see. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So this is a saving throw dex. Awesome. That's going to go great. Cool, I fail. So why don't you roll 2d8 for the bludgeoning, 46 for the cold. As hailstorms form inside the ship and start cracking down upon this giant purple worm.
25. Yeah, that's alright.
Nice. Yeah. I think you two inside this creature feel as the hailstones like hit on top of it, and are inside and can sort of see them sort of bouncing off of it and like hurting it pretty heavily and severely from inside the creature. It's also now much colder and where you were than it was before. It doesn't seem to have a lot of environmental protections. Tiss, what are you doing?
Zero is still conscious.
Tied themselves to you or roped themselves to you or something.
Is he close enough to grab?
Yeah, he's grabbing you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna, in the same motion, grab onto him as well. So we've got that double block going there. And then I would like to shout, Ariel, I'm going to enlarge you. Don't resist, please. And then I would like to enlarge him.
I would like to resist. Just kidding.
Does that break your enlarge?
No, because mine is the my
Perfect.
star sign. Yeah,
I
it's not a
love it.
spell.
Okay, now the two of you are enlarged inside this thing's esophagus. Yeah, I'm gonna force it to make a con save, or vomit you guys up. Sound fair?
Do we have
I
to
mean,
asthma roll it?
after a fashion, but it doesn't matter. I have the feeling this thing's con save is like plus 30. Thing.
It's plus 11.
Okay, that's bad.
But I failed.
Oh my god.
I live another day.
So the two of you are regurgitated from this purple worm and collapse onto the ground before it. You see Celia flying away, and the purple worm turns towards the two of you, big creatures, and seems confused.
Immediately, I whisper, Zerial, stay silent, do not move.
Oh god, it's gross.
And then, if there's a hallway or something, can we like throw something down it?
What's
Yeah, there's always in a lot of different directions. What do you want to throw?
The box of sand would actually be really good because it makes a bunch of little vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have javelins too. Those would like ding ding ding.
Oh wait, no, even better. I have ball bearings. Like I have a bag of 1,000 ball bearings that will scatter absolutely friggin' everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are sort of in that room. There's a hallway to the east where Celia has gone, and then a hallway to the north where the thing currently is. You don't really have a lot of options as to where to throw it. Where do you want to throw it?
I'm gonna throw it towards the creature, but right next to it, so that way it has to make an awkward turn. Like you know how like the turning radius, you can only turn your head so much. I'm gonna see if I can toss it into a corner, and then it'll scatter away from the corner.
Why don't you roll a dexterity saving throw? Dexterity based attack roll, like a bow or something like that, or whatever you have.
I got Shadow Blade.
Perfect.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you toss the ball bearings that way, and they sort of scatter that way, and you see the creature just immediately turn towards them and try to get at them as quickly as possible, and like just slams its face down into the metal of the ship.
Oh, I forgot to note, casting enlarge did drop bless.
Okay.
The real question is, if it's going downward, do we use this opportunity to run, or do we stand still?
If we run, we make noise. So we would need to distract with some other noise.
You know what? Can you remove enlarge from us?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so that way we make less noise, because I just realized if we're big, we're going to be making a lot more noise than those.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll drop enlarge on both of us.
Okay.
Let's see, what else do we have?
We should keep distracting it and then try to sneak away, but, I mean, that's gonna be hard, either way.
Yeah.
Is moving around like crazy, and the creature does not seem to be aware.
Oh, maybe
Wait,
now is
who's
then
moving?
our chance?
Yeah, let's book it.
I'm not saying no is a chance. I'm saying Celia is flying around like crazy, and the creature does not seem to be aware.
Oh, flying around. I thought you said Asma was walking, or Lyra was walking.
Celia is flying around like crazy, and the
Okay.
creature does not seem to be chasing.
So guys, I could theoretically come and land next to you guys, cast fly on one of you, wait until you get far enough away, and cast fly on someone else.
Yeah. What's the deal with fly as a whole? Like, how many people can you cast it on?
One, and
It
then
just
one
says
more per...
touch a willing creature, but it's a concentration spell, so I can only have one of you flying at a time.
Can you upcast it? Yeah.
If you cast it at a higher level, can you target multiple creatures?
When I cast a spell using a 4th or higher, you can target one additional person. It says one additional spell, but probably one additional target.
Oh wait, it's okay. It's one additional creature for each slot above the third.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only have 4th level spell slots above 3rd, so I could do
Gotcha.
you two and then me and Lyra.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come and land next to you guys.
Wait, you're
The
gonna.
one that immediately turns towards you.
And I'm gonna
It
cast
is-
fly on you both.
One of us needs to pick Stelia up.
Yeah, that's. Or we could.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
'cause-
could. She's small. Like we could both definitely pick her up.
Mhm.
So.
Could you pick up Lyra?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
You know what? I'm
My
pretty
strength
sure
is
I
not
could
that
pick
high.
up
Yeah.
Celia, and then you could pick up Lyra.
Okay.
Give it the size of the creature.
If you hold me by the feet, then I'll hold Lyra.
Yeah, this is some real Peter Pan logic, but like it's the best that we got.
You just gotta believe.
Exactly. Like
I mean, I think fundamentally what we'll have to do here is, because the whole thing is don't touch the ground, because you'll trigger it. I think what we'll have to do here is we'll have to have Zerial and Tis each make a strength saving throw.
okay.
Oh,
Power.
come on. Hey.
Yes.
22. We are in good shape, guys.
We both get
Oh,
plus
thanks.
3 too.
Strong boys.
I think.
Yep, so that's a
Thank
22,
God.
everyone. And with that, you guys fly down the ship corridor away from the purple worm. And you get a little bit ways down, and you see the head sort of like veer left, veer right, sort of poke forward a little bit. And then it just starts going backwards, receding into where it came from, and disappearing out the back of the ship.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I'm ready to leave the ship, to be honest.
The brainworms, the shrimp slugs. They're
There's too many worms in this place. I do not like it.
yeah, really.
Yeah,
But
we
they
need
do
to-
pose a threat. If they get out, they could infect anyone, or they could take over anyone.
Well, we do also need to loot the barrel of I have it written down Urk's blood. Like we have like a bunch of barrels
Oh yeah.
of that stuff, which I'm assuming they use for fuel.
We might have to figure something out with that. Like we might have to come back because it's not entirely
Yeah.
feasible to.
We can set a trap for this thing too. That would be our best option, is to just come back, or not come back later, but like set up something that would be.
I don't think we
destroy
can.
it.
We can't kill it.
We
don't think.
can't, but
Oh.
that doesn't mean that like a large amount of explosives or a large amount of like essentially
also
that
have-
Earth's blood.
We have Tis, who is basically in 70% control of a union. And if you appeal to that many people, which Tis
We'll
seems to be
able
good at,
feed it for
Maybe.
then
years.
maybe.
They'll be none the wiser.
Pick them off slowly.
Say again, Larry?
I was saying we can pick them off slowly, just prepare it first or something like that. Or you
Go
can
on a diet.
The
what's
Great
his name?
Black Dragon.
We just need to put it on a vegan diet and it'll leave us all alone.
Yeah, I think a trap with the Urk's blood. We have to leave right now because I do not. I'm not staying in this ship with the possibility of brain slugs and a giant worm. Which, mind you, we haven't even found the brain slugs. So yeah, I'm not staying here. But at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, we might
I
just
mean,
have to
on
leave.
the way out, can we, if it's not a massive detour, can we try and find the maintenance room and like heal this thing? Because we did say we would.
The worm is like eating through it. I think any healing that we would do while the worm is currently eating apart the ship would probably just be bandages on a bullet wound.
Yeah.
it's possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
You want to go through storage a little bit thoroughly? You've only gone through like 2 crates and found Earth's blood and this weird Earth-like substance, which you don't know what it is.
If
If we
we
st-
have the
yeah.
time, then
Yeah.
I'd
And
love
then if
to.
we stay and we feel any tremors, we book it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. You find here, going through this room, you find 5 different substances. I'm going to describe all of them as best I can. One of them is Earth's blood. One of them is weird, fine.
Oh, that's terrible. You know how I spelt it? As they're spelled. I'm not quite sure. English sucks, but I spelled it URKS. Irk's blood.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Oh.
Urk's, not Earth's blood.
My bad. Earth's blood.
Right, that makes more sense.
I already have 9 of them too. So.
Sand-like thing.
Oh wait, that's the sand. It was the glowing blue one that I wrote
No.
down.
It's a second thing.
I'm describing 5 things. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Earth's blood, we just already know what the name of it is, so I'm just doing that.
Yeah.
What does the Earth's blood look like again?
It is a shiny blue substance that glows.
Maybe we could check out the room that the worm was actually stored in, because then we could find out how did they contain it for, clearly ineffectively, but contain it for a while.
Yeah.
It was. We did see it. It was like a cell, but then it ate its way out of the back. It like bored through the rear of the ship. I think the only thing, like a bug game, I think the only thing keeping it in before was whatever the bars were made of, and then the vacuum.
Oh, right.
So again, I'll
So
say
basically, we need to.
you find
Sorry, go on.
you find 5 substances. You find Earth's blood, which you know, which is glowing blue, liquid. You find weird, finely grained sand-like thing. You find flaky shavings that are reflective to the light. You find a porous series of rocks the color of blood, and you find water that moves too little and is a little too still.
So we got dirt, jello, and rock candy. Who wants dibs on each?
We should take a little bit of each.
Yeah,
I
think we
mean,
should take
I see
more of
something
the-
the color of blood. I take plenty.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one that we should probably take the most of. The water
Oh.
too.
I am
think.
intrigued by the water, so I'll take a lot of that too.
You go to the water? Yeah, so you touch the water, it starts burning, as you know.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy then. We don't need to take the water.
Well, is it? Oh, it's dark water. Okay.
Yeah, I already have
Interesting.
5. So.
I
do they have
hate
dark water?
everything.
Can I lick a claw and dip it in the finely grated sand stuff and then take
Yeah, absolutely.
brain?
You want to taste it? Okay. I need something to happen here, and so I'm going to force it to happen for just a second.
Okay.
Could someone say something?
Potatoes.
Anyone besides Tess say something?
Okay.
Hi.
No,
Can't
just
believe you-
have a conversation. Lyra, what did you say?
I can't believe you're actually about to taste some really weird thing you found on an alien ship.
Lyra is really making a lot of sense to you.
Yeah, you're right. That
Oh,
is weird
no.
that I would do that. Does it have a flavor to it?
Yeah.
Taste?
What is something that Tis loves and misses? I think it kind of tastes like the ocean.
This might be sea salt, I think.
Oh, that's some dangerous stuff right there.
Just like takes a handful and like smells it.
Yeah, it smells great.
Yeah, I think this is sea salt. This is taking me back. This is taking me actually rather comforting.
I think Celia, being as obtuse as she is gonna like pick up some and smell it.
Yeah. Celia, what is something that you are nostalgic for that you haven't had in a long time?
Probably like food cooked over an open flame.
Yeah. So you smell a delicious smelling roast.
Okay, that smells really good, but I don't know what you're talking about. Salt.
Yeah, sea salt, like ocean spray and
It does
salt
not
bugs.
smell like sea salt. It smells like a really good meal.
You know what? I just
Smoky.
realized. Okay, hold up. Tiss, I'm gonna need you to take another fingerful of that and just tap it on your tongue.
Tis does that.
Feel compelled to
Alright.
do that.
Now walk backwards.
Feel compelled.
I walk backwards. Oh,
Wave your arms.
You feel compelled.
I wave my arms. Stop telling me to do things for a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Celia, raise your right hand.
So you feel compelled to raise your right hand.
Okay. Yeah, I do that.
This is asking you to do.
This is
Celia, can you say boo blah 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 blah? I'm an evil witch.
Okay, I say that and then I scowl at Zuriel.
I knew it.
I think this is some kind of narcotic, like a psychic narcotic or something.
This is a directory drug.
Wait,
Can
I want
I
to. Yeah.
flick some at Zuriel?
I
Does it
don't
get in
want
his
that
mouth?
on me.
I want to know what everybody smells and tastes from. Out of curiosity.
Right, I think Lyra's just gonna like pull up a bandana over her like nose and mouth and just try and collect some into a pouch and away from everyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in
What do you
Lyra's
smell out of curiosity? I'm not saying it affects you, but I'm just curious. What would you smell? Just for the sake of answering.
Me?
Yeah, what would you smell, Lyra? If you smell this, what do you think you would smell?
Don't know. I mean,
Lyra Sunaran, right?
yeah. I don't know much about Sonara. That's the problem.
Hey,
Just a
it could be worse.
foxhole.
I don't even have a sense of smell anymore, so like at least you know.
You mentioned, sorry, what? Say again?
Probably something like oil, because it all just reminds me of what I used to do back at home.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, and stuff.
That does not sound tasty though.
Well, no, I didn't drink it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna sort of brush away the remnants of whatever the powder everyone else has away from them, and onto the floor, and just keep it away and collect it in a pouch. Also, this means we could force feed some of this into that worm, and then tell it to like stab itself or like eat it. Its own
Great
body.
idea, but unless we're using Morse code, I doubt it's going to work. No,
Sweet.
you
Oh
remember?
yeah, I might not understand.
Yeah.
Also, like a lot of this kind of thing will probably not work if we try to like get it to damage itself.
Don't know until
Maybe
we
if we
try.
got it to like jump off a cliff.
Has Celia still got some like of that in her system?
Yeah, probably.
Like, can I ask Celia to just make a small cut on like the palm of her hand or something?
I hate you.
It's your blood. As if you haven't.
Yeah, you've taken all our blood.
Do
like,
I feel
we could
compelled
at
to do
least
that?
get like a little
Yeah,
dot.
I think you still feel compelled. It's
Okay, right.
Last order.
So I'm gonna do that. Presumably I take damage from that.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
What can I do?
This is dangerous stuff if we can convince people to harm themselves with it.
It is. I like it.
Jesus.
I like it.
Yeah, miss.
Excuse me.
How can I collect?
I am thinking this would be really useful for Hubert Songshaw if we managed to keep this a secret. Then getting Songshaw to eat it or drink it would be no problem if it tastes as good.
Think about what it actually is. then we can try and recreate it.
Zero could probably work it out.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But we should take as much of it as possible. That being said, let's look into. So we know that it's like mind control powder type deal. The reflective thing, I'm pretty sure based on the specifics of what happened earlier, it's something that nullifies magic. Like kind of like it. How would I say this? Like airplanes, how they like will leave like flak shrapnel, right, to destroy missiles. I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Oh, flares?
Yeah, like it flares for detective heat, but like I'm talking like just literally scrap that's dropped out and what's it called? Missile hits, it gets destroyed. So.
Oh, I see.
If you think it nullifies magic, cast a cantrip at it and see whether it.
I don't like that.
Well, if it does nullify magic, then it won't do anything.
You know what? I will cast a cantrip on it. But you know what I'm going to cast, Matt? I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to make a small light on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna step away real quick.
We'll see the length of the light.
Yeah, so are you casting it into the full barrel of this stuff, or are you like taking some out and putting it somewhere and then casting it?
You know what? Let's take some out and put it somewhere. I'm feeling very cautious at how many hit points now? 13 hit points.
I will be right back. Hold
on. Yeah, so you cast Minor Illusion on this small shaving. What is the illusion of?
A small amount of light. Mm-hmm. So that way the intensity would grow if it gets intensified.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Ironically, it seems like weirdly hollow. Like the light doesn't seem to illuminate that much. Normally, like it's hard to sort of tell what's going on, but it doesn't seem to illuminate as much as you thought it would.
Okay, so it is a spell dampening type of deal.
Maybe.
That is weird considering it's reflective. Like you'd think it would make it brighter.
Well, here, how about this? Since we're all in the mood to use Celia as a testing, as a scapegoat, can you hold a bit of that powder in your hand? Or shavings?
Sure.
All right, and I'm going to cast Chill Touch, but touching the powder and not her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you cast Chill Touch. Yeah, absolutely. So it seems to touch the powder, but then the icy hand that appears, or the cold hand that appears, bounces off of it. Like it just bounces away.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is reflective of magic.
Maybe.
So. Do you think the drug is magic, or do you think it's just a drug? Because if it is magic, then we could potentially use this shiny stuff to protect ourselves from it.
That's a good point. We should take some of everything just in case. Let's take a box or a crate of the Oh, you know what? Yeah, good point. Sure, Celia, you're going to be a scapegoat. Once again, I'm just.
Okay.
I apologize, but so I'm going to mix a little bit of the reflective stuff with a little bit of the sand stuff, and have Celia consume some.
Are you shit?
If willing.
Sure.
Sure. So let's see. The thought here is to see how these things interact inside of Celia's body.
Okay.
This is a bad idea.
Like that.
I'm just asking.
Can we see how they interact outside of Celia's body first, perhaps?
They sort of mix, sort of not. I mean, it's like a, what do you call it?
M&Ms and Skittles?
Oil and water?
Yeah, no, it's closer to like flour.
A bad trail mix.
Yeah, it's like a trail mix almost. Like you can see the different parts of it.
Okay.
What
So
makes water dark water? Is it like magical or something?
Yeah, but if we mix dark water, then we're not putting Zelly in it.
yeah, wait, I just realized.
It's water that's never seen light.
Wait, hold up. Asma, how many hit points do you have?
35.
Celia, how many do you have?
40.
Oh yeah, no, you're still a test
So
subject.
yeah, I'm still the scapegoat. Dark water is water that's never seen the sun. Isn't it?
So if we take it out into the sun, does it become normal water?
I think so. I don't know.
Test it. You have a very easy way of testing it.
Yes, walk outside with a cup of water.
Poor Celia, like, she is just getting absolutely destroyed.
So I was thinking, if it's magical, then we could put a little bit of obsidian, see how much it burns, and then mix it with the reflective shavings and see how much that burns. And see if it changes.
You guys just want me dead, but like, okay.
Hey, to be fair, if I wanted
Next
to
time,
be dead,
just like tell me to my
probably
face.
wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have jumped in front of a giant worm. Like,
Are we
Starting to
alive?
regret not just taking the hit, to be honest.
We're debating exploring whether Celia suffers enough. Your guys' call. What do you want to do?
Let's test this dark water. Are we far from the exit actually?
Yeah, no, you can make your way there.
Okay, so I have a water skin.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm gonna use someone else's water skin because I want to keep my water skin free of dark water.
Good call.
spicy water.
So I'm gonna nick Lyra's since this was her idea, and I'm gonna kind of roll the top so that it becomes like a shallow bowl.
Okay.
And very carefully put some dark water in it,
Okay.
and then just like walk outside and stand in the sun for a few minutes.
Like dexterity saving throw to make sure that you don't splash anything on yourself.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna splash this.
You have +3.
I have a +4.
That's a 21. You're good. Yeah, you get a +3 from Tis as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Paladin. Got all the good help, Paladin. Yeah, no, you don't splash any on you. And you bring it outside.
I'm gonna stand there for like maybe a minute or two, just chilling in the sun,
Nice.
and then kind of stick my pinky finger in it.
Doesn't hurt.
Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. Oh, I'll go back inside and tell my results.
So you're gonna mix it with shavings?
Oh, that was just to see if it burns her still. We don't have to actually do that.
Oh.
That was.
I come back with like little scars all over my hands.
Builds character.
Imagine a very intricate series of mirrors within the tomb to sort of reflect sunlight onto like the river of dark water, so then Celia doesn't die from it every time we go there.
I'm not even
That
sure.
would be a very intricate series, and then if someone stepped in it, then blocked the light.
How many times are we going back into the tomb in recent discovery? Like, we
yeah,
are
I think
on a
I can
mission
avoid
to
it
kill a
fine.
witch.
I think
we
I'll
should-
avoid the dark water fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah. We should load up our cart and get the heck out of here, though. That worm is not fucking around, and I am fucking around with it.
Yeah, let's can we take a crate each?
Perfectly reasonable to me.
So we could each take a crate of like, we can leave the dark water because we know where to get dark water.
Yeah.
Take a crate, one each of everything else.
Yeah, but you'll take one crate of everything else.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
should we take 2 crates, since that leaves, we have 4 of us, there's 3 of the items. Should we take 2 of the bloodstones, or should we take 2 of the mind control sand? Because we still don't know what the bloodstones do.
Can you extract blood from it? Do they like store the blood?
Yeah, can I reach out and see whether I can feel any blood?
Just colored blood. They're just colored. They're the color of blood.
Can I reach out and see if I can feel anything?
What are you trying to feel?
Blood in the stone.
Nope.
Cool. That's honestly probably the better outcome.
The fact that they're porous makes me nervous. Because IRL, there are porous stones that things live in sometimes.
What things hide in the?
Potentially.
That's just made me really uncomfortable. I don't know why. I just.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
You know what? Can you drip some blood onto the stone?
Sure. I've still got that cut on my hand, so I'll just open it up a bit more and then like.
Yeah, it seems to get absorbed by the stone.
Okay. Can I tentatively pick it up and like, I don't know, shake it?
Yeah, you shake the stone.
Okay. Can I try casting Bloody Ward with the stone in my hand?
Mm-hmm.
See whether it makes a difference.
Yeah. What does Bloody Ward do? Spell. Yeah. It is twice as powerful as you were expecting it to be.
Oh my god, I love these stones. I'm gonna. Can we take? Oh, that's a bit selfish to ask for 2 boxes of this stuff.
We don't know what the other stuff is. Well, I mean, we didn't know what the
Here's
mind
the
control
other
sand
thing
is.
too.
No.
We have a cart. Like we have a specifically designed. And
we have a
tracked
horse.
Cart. Yeah. We have
kind
a
of.
horse for Tiss,
That
we have
would be gone, I think.
We could get a horse.
Yeah.
Let me double check
Or we could
actually.
I mean, either way, we can just carry the cart. Like, it would suck, but, better than nothing. So yeah, we can technically carry, like, I'd say, like, perhaps 2 of each.
6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good.
Actually.
And I think with that, retreat from this place with 2 of each of these. Broadly, you guys are good with it.
Yeah.
Then we will call that a session. Let's hand out some experience points though. For some things that have happened.
Can I do one thing really quick? Like really,
really
quick? I would like to reach out telepathically to my horse and ask if it's still alive.
Yep.
Okay.
What? Yep.
Just checking.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it.
Need me? I can come to you.
Do we want it to come to us?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Sure, yeah. I will direct it to where we are.
Anything I should be on the lookout for?
A giant worm, but if you see it, I might just dismiss you so you don't have to deal with it.
That is very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
But you should know that I am a brave steed and a noble steed.
Oh, sure. No, I don't doubt that at all. This thing is just, kind of...
Sure, but if you need to escape, then one could ride me as a steed. For
I
I
should
am
have brought you in sooner, actually.
Sorry about that. And yeah, he's fine, and he comes on in and he helps you carry this stuff out.
Tempest.
The worst part is I have a new idea for a trap.
I know you do.
Does it include the horse?
Well, it actually included the wagon, and it was similar to the original trap, only it's less deadly and more devious. So, we have mind control powder.
Okay, let's hand out some experience points, yeah. So you guys are level 9, is that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Let's see. So you guys, let's see. What did we do today? We explored the vents. Yeah.
Yeah.
We mapped an entire vent system.
Yep.
We found a big cavernous room that was filled with unfortunate souls.
Poor unfortunate souls.
Unfortunate souls. We attempted and failed to capture an escaped prisoner.
Glad we failed, to be honest.
You were confronted by a giant purple worm.
Wait, that wasn't the prisoner?
No, the brain shrimp was the prisoner.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you successfully escaped it, and you successfully saw the inside of its stomach and escaped that.
Unfortunately.
I'm pretty pleased about that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was awesome.
That was fun.
Then
I went from 4 hit points to 13.
if I'm not mistaken, you deduced successfully, I would say, what 2 substances were, and deduced partially
Is that the dark water, the partially one?
fully about the dark water, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll give you that. And then deduced partially about another one. Anyone else have anything that they want to claim? Anything else that they feel happened to them today? Happened to them today?
Doing alien drugs, mind control drugs.
I would use it as for deducing partially deducing one of the items.
We already
We
got
did
Tiss's brave
life
rescue.
experience.
Sorry, say again, Jack?
Oh, I said we already got Tiss's brave rescue, so like
Yep.
that counts as side of the stomach.
That is true. Yes, I gave bonus points to that. And Celia, anything you said something?
Oh, I just said we did drugs and that's life experience.
Okay, guys, that is going to be 2,938 experience, most of which is from, I'm not kidding, successfully escaping a purple worm. Good job.
We're on 56,547.
Wow, that's so much experience. I like it.
I have a different number actually from is that including the XP from last session?
Yes, the
Oh.
3,112.
What did you say? 60,957?
56,000.
Oh.
547.
Actually, I had a look at the experience just before we added this on. We all 3 of us had different numbers of what our last game's experience was.
Oh no!
Emily and Jack had 50,000. Wait, hold on one sec.
54,907.
497. You had 54,097. I had 52,497. So we all.
Well, if we had 54, what was it? 54,297?
907.
No.
I had it.
54,907. Is that what we were at?
That's what I had. I don't know.
I had 50,497.
I had 52,000.
It's possible. It's possible that I just misheard Emily saying what we had, because ours
that
sound
would be
awfully
my
similar.
theory.
Yeah.
That would be my theory. And then to make matters worse, I am pretty confident, Lyra / Asma, that I may have gone into your character sheet because you were not here and given you the experience points from last session.
I think you did.
And then I gave
that makes sense.
one, but didn't correct it when I corrected the experience points. Is that possible?
Yeah.
So I think Celia, or I think Emily's.
So I'm gonna trust Emily over anyone at this point.
Oh yeah, no, Emily is our guaranteed like XP counter for every session. Like I.
Are people comfortable? I just want to make sure everyone's comfortable with that. That's the lowest of the 3 options, but there is a way of it's like I screwed up Asma's sheet, and Marcus misheard Emily's last statement, and Jack didn't count. So
Yeah.
reasonably comfortable with that assumption. That's sort of what my assumption and reasoning behind it is. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, I think because of this confusion, Emily, because of this confusion, and because this confusion is almost certainly my fault, I'm going to give an 1,000-point bonus XP to the team as well. So,
Oh, cool.
add that in, Emily. And then
We are 57,547.
Well, there you go. There we go. All good things. And yeah, guys, thanks so much for playing. Guys who are watching, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you lived good and happy and productive lives that were in some way positive, and that we were able to give you positive thoughts. If you enjoyed our content, please check out some of the other content on our channel. We've got shows, 2 shows on Thursdays. Yes, that's another show today in about 4 hours. Come check it out. It'll be a lot of fun. And then we also got a show on Sundays at noon. Come check out all our content. We have a lot of fun, and it's good stuff. And they're all in the same world, and the worlds are slowly colliding more and more and more and more and more. Whether the players are aware of that or not is sometimes up in the air, but I'm aware of it, and it's a lot of fun. So please go live good and happy lives. Take care of yourselves, and come back in 4 hours. See what we got for you. It'll be fun. Bye, everyone.